Welcome back to the YouTube, everyone. Got my matcha here today, which I've already said is going to be a little bit of a tradition because I just love my matcha and it really brings so much joy to my life. I've been sounding like a little bit of a broken record on Instagram and all of my platforms the last month and a bit, talking about how Rome wasn't built in a day, and if you want to be the person you want to truly be, you need to clock in, you need to lock in and create that version of you. If you don't intentionally create the next version of you, if you don't intentionally create who you want to be and design your life the way that you want it, you're probably living on autopilot and you're basically letting your past dictate your future. You're letting, honestly, your nervous system from all the events that you've experienced in your life dictate who you are in your life, in your future, and in the present moment. And in my opinion, if we have the opportunity to genuinely have a huge, large impact on what our life looks like and how we feel in our body, how we feel about ourselves, then I genuinely think we should take that opportunity and create who we want to be. Am I right? Am I right in saying that? Or on my Instagram stories and everything like that and all the content I've been making lately, I'm just sounding like a broken record because this needs to hit home. If you want to rebrand yourself this year, if you want to blow up, if you want to be the best version of yourself this year, you need to lock in to what I'm saying in this video. You need to digest it. You need to understand it. You need to take it seriously because this is your life. Your habits today and how you treat yourself today, what you listen to, what you consume today is going to create your future. It's going to create who you are at the end of this year. So take it from me. You may as well be intentional. You may as well create who you want to be. You may as well really take it upon yourself, take control of your life and decide, I want to be this way, so I'm going to think like this. I'm going to decide who I want to be. Because most people in this world go their entire lives letting society, letting their trauma dictate who they are. They do. If you don't consciously heal your deeper wounds, if you don't consciously work on your subconscious mind and do the shadow work and do these practices and change your beliefs and work on your mindset, most likely you're gonna live your whole life just living out of an autopilot response. You're basically just responding to what your nervous system has been through in the past, because that is the reaction it has caused in your body, okay? So all I'm trying to say in this video is this is how you actually make the change. It starts with you, shocker. It starts with your mindset, it starts with rewiring your beliefs, and it starts with taking all of that seriously. I don't know why you're not taking it seriously. I mean, maybe you are because that's why you're on this video, but okay. Let's lock in. Let's lock in, girlies. Let's lock in. Ready? Ready? Okay, let's go. I'm going to be reading my handy dandy notes here because, you know, we've got to stay focused. We've got to stay on task. How to glow up and become a new person. Number one, you need to set the intention. You need to set the goals. You need to decide who you actually want to be this year. You need to get real with yourself about how you want to change. So sit with yourself. You need to analyze yourself. You need self-awareness, which a lot of people lack in this society still, which is crazy to me. I've been self-aware since I was in the womb, honestly. You need a clear vision of who you genuinely want to be. You need to be aware of what you want to change, because otherwise, what are you working on? What are you working towards? What is the grand prize at the end? Even though healing is always continuous, we're never going to be fully healed. We're never going to be like the end product, the end goal. Like, we are constantly evolving. But of course, like, if you're intentionally creating something, you're intentionally stepping into a different season of your life, then you kind of need a good idea on what that is, who that is. What does that version of you look like? How does she walk? How does she talk? How does she move in the world? What does she think about herself? How does she view herself in the mirror? I also say self-awareness because you need to be so self-aware of your dark shit. You need to be really self-aware of the parts of you that maybe you don't like, maybe other people don't like, maybe the parts of you that has ruined things in the past, that has sabotaged you in the past, that sabotages your belief in yourself, that sabotages your friendships and relationships due to past trauma that is still existing in your body. You need to be aware of what needs to change and what you need to change, what you want to change. Number 2, you need to figure out the habits that you genuinely need to implement to achieve those goals. To become that version of you, you genuinely need to sit and think, what habits do I need to implement to become that version of me? We don't just wake up overnight as this new version of us. And that's what I keep repeating on all of my content right now. We don't just wake up and become this new version of us. I'm so sorry. It doesn't work like that. It's frustrating. I know it takes some accountability. I know it's a hard pill to swallow sometimes, that we can't just have a lobotomy and wake up as a new version of us. These things happen over time, over weeks, over months. Yes, we can quantum jump right now. Yes, we can show up as this new version of us in this present moment, but the real nervous system change that is legit, that is locked in, that is sturdy, that is like a really grounded foundation, that takes a little time to create, right? So your habits every single day are creating who you're going to be. So if you have an idea of who you want to be, you have that intention set, you know what you want to change about yourself, you know what you don't like, you know what you want to accept, you know, okay, I need to implement these habits. I need to act that way. I need to change that. I need to do that. Simple. I also kind of went a bit deeper into this on one of the last videos that I did on this channel, which is how to get what you want in 2025. So if you want to go watch that, go watch that. This just tastes like milk now, which is really disappointing. Number 3, every day your priority needs to be working on those habits that build the new version of you. Like every single day, especially as soon as you wake up, when your brain is most malleable, when your subconscious mind is still the most active because you've just been asleep. I keep repeating this, but every day your priority needs to be those habits. Number 4, look at all of this from a neuroscientific standpoint, meaning to truly change the body, you need to change the nervous system. Escúchame. You heard that, okay? To change the body, to change your physical reality, to change anything about yourself, you need to change the nervous system. You need to work on the nervous system. So you need to treat yourself like a sponge, but also like an animal. You want to be more disciplined, reward yourself only when you've done X, Y, and Z. You want to think and believe certain things about yourself and about your world, then you need to constantly, every day, immerse yourself in those thoughts and beliefs. You need to constantly be listening to certain affirmations. You need to constantly be listening to certain music. Whatever you are surrounding yourself with, your nervous system is taking in, and that is creating your reality. That is creating who you are. So this is why I'm saying who you're showing up as today, the way that you're acting today, the habits you're working on today, that is creating the future you. That is creating the version of you in 1 month. That is creating the version of you in 6 months, in 1 year, whatever you're doing today, right in this moment. So if you're listening to this video, if you're taking notes, if then you're gonna get off this video and go and stretch and eat a really healthy meal, and you're gonna get to the gym, and you're going to only listen to positive music, and then you're gonna wake up tomorrow and do that type of vibration stuff again, that is who you're going to create in the future. And I know sometimes it's not comfortable. I know sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes it's boring, difficult, lonely. I know more than anyone how like debilitating healing can be sometimes, and changing yourself can be. I know that it can get really, really boring doing this work on ourselves sometimes, but I truly also believe that the more excited you can get about creating this new version of you, the more excited you can get about who this next level of you really, truly is, and you make this an enjoyable process. You almost like get off and get pleasure from the fact that you get to now create your reality. You're not just surrendering to who life has made you, or who your parents made you, or what your trauma turned you into. You're taking your power back, and you're creating who you want to be in this life. And I think that that is something to get excited about. I know that if we're struggling with depression or we're in a bad spot or life is feeling overwhelming and hard, sometimes it's hard to find the joy in that. Sometimes it feels like it's a lot of work and a lot to change, and that can feel really frustrating. But I genuinely find the most joy out of this process once I start to see a little bit of progress. And the only way that you see progress is by committing to it and being consistent. Even when I look at my gym progress from the last couple of years, I feel most motivated and excited to go to the gym when I can see the difference that I have made in my body, in my shape, in my fitness, and in my strength. When I look back at photos or videos of me a year ago, 2 years ago, and I think, wow, I don't look like that anymore. I'm so much stronger now. I'm so much fitter. My body has so much more shape now. My muscles are bigger. My muscles are more defined. This is what is the most inspiring to me, to get my ass in the gym, because I think, oh, okay, well, I'm not doing this for no reason. The only way that I've been able to get to that point where I've seen like physical progress and physical change is by consistently showing up, even when I felt really unfit, way too skinny, had no muscle. I was weak again after like not training for a couple years, and I just felt awful and I felt kind of embarrassed in the gym. But I knew that I know how to feel good in the gym. I know how to feel good in my body. I know that I can be fit. I can change my body. I can get stronger. I know I can do this. So I just stayed consistent and kept showing up. And now I can physically see the difference. I can see the manifestation of the work that I put in, the consistency that I put in. And every other belief we have in our minds, every other change in our life, it works the same way. You need to immerse yourself in the new beliefs, in the new reality. You need to connect to that new reality, those goals that you want to achieve, that version of yourself. You need to wake up and choose to connect to that when you wake up in the morning, when your brain is the most malleable. If you just wake up and go about your day and drink your coffee and rush off to work and just start serving and pleasing everybody else, and you haven't even taken 2 seconds or 5 minutes to decide, okay, this is how I want to feel, this is how I want to think, and this is how I want to be today. If you don't do that, nothing is going to change. No, I keep saying it, I will keep saying it, I'll remind you right now that I know it can be difficult. Everyone's got different life circumstances, everyone's got different issues, we've all got different blocks, subconscious blocks, and things in our subconscious mind and our brain that really try and sabotage us and prevent us from changing, because the nervous system just wants to be safe. And what is safe, whatever is safe, is what you've done thus far, because that is what your nervous system knows the most. So like I said, you need to look at this from a neuroscientific perspective. You need to look at the nervous system. If you want to change, you need to change the nervous system. If you want to change, you need to change the brain. And the only way to change the nervous system and to change the brain is to mold them, immerse them in other things, new music, a new language. Immerse yourself in that language. Immerse yourself in new music. Immerse yourself in high vibrational frequency music instead of listening to low frequency rap all the time. Like, there is a time and place for everything. Trust me, I know that. Trust me, I know that. There is a time and place for Nicki Minaj, Pop Smoke, fucking Playboy Cardi, whatever you listen to, there is a time and a place for it. There is medicine in all different vibrational frequencies in this world, for all different emotions, for all different things that we touch and use and immerse ourselves in. There is a medicine in all of it. But what I'm saying is, if you're wanting to be on a higher frequency at the end of the year and you see your next version of yourself glowed up and in a higher frequency, in a higher vibration, thinking different, walking different, talking different, you need to brainwash yourself now, brainwash the old parts of you that are still ruminating, that are still sabotaging you, that are still holding you back. You need to brainwash those parts from a loving place and create the new version of you. It is possible. It just takes consistency. It just takes a little bit of work. It takes showing up every day and deciding every day. It takes, when things get tough and uncomfortable and it feels like nothing's changing and you're not seeing any fucking progress anywhere, not physically, not emotionally. Emotionally, you're still a wreck. Your nervous system still feels like shit. You're still angry. You still can't forgive that person. You can't let go of that person or that thing, or you're still ruminating. You still feel so much lack and, you know, no self-worth. Even when it feels like that, especially when it feels like that, you need to pull yourself up and out of it. You need to hold yourself in the hard feelings and the hard times. Console your nervous system, console the younger parts of you that are struggling, the parts of you that don't want to let go, the parts of you that don't want to change, the ego and the nervous system that does not want to change, that doesn't want to budge an inch, because the nervous system and the brain is very stubborn and we like to do what we've always known. We like to do what is safe, like I said, and what is safe is what you've consistently done before. And that just means that if you create a new reality that feels safe because you do it so consistently and you keep tapping into that frequency, you keep tapping into that new version of yourself, that version of you will one day appear. You will one day see in the mirror, holy shit, I created this version of me. And I want that for all of you. I want that for me. I want that for every woman and person in my community and in my space. Consistency is the word of the year. Consistency is genuinely my word of the year. I said that on like January 1st. I was like, consistency is my word of the year, because I know that whatever is going to come from good, consistent habits, nothing bad is going to come from that. If you're watching this in February 2025, then I'd love to tell you that I am holding a program, a month-long program to completely glow up and revamp yourself. Rebrand yourself, revamp your mental space, your mental health, your emotional health, everything. We are completely revamping and rebranding our entire lives in the group program that I'm holding, Next Level You. It starts February 17th. So I'm gonna put the link in the bio if you just want to sign up. Just come join us, be in my world. I'd love to have you there. If you're loving my videos, if you love my content, if you've been following me for a while, then I'd love to work closer with you and help you transform into the bad, amazing bitch that I know you want to be, that you deserve to be, the higher version of you that already exists in here. Let's just bring her out, okay? Because she deserves to exist in this reality, not just up here. Thanks for watching, guys. I really hope that this video helped you. Please share it on Instagram, tag me, let me know what you think. Please put a comment below if you watched it and what you have found beneficial. I would love that. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next video.